Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast, episode 34. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in this week. We've got a whole bunch of random stuff, even more so than usual. The Nintendo Direct rumor that we talked about at length last week is wrong. Big shock.
Super surprising.
We've got E3 news for this year. Pac-Man 99 came out. We'll talk a little bit about that. We're continuing our console month, and this week we'll be talking about our favorite PlayStation consoles, so be sure to stick around for that. And we'll be finishing off with stuff about Sony's future and PlayStation possible Game Pass counter thing. So, yeah, welcome to the show. I hope you're doing well. So, to get started, yeah, that direct rumor shockingly was wrong. I actually I forgot about it entirely until a couple days ago.
I
Like,
did
oh yeah,
too.
that was supposed to happen and it just didn't. So sad. But
What a shame.
yeah.
Oh, on the topic of things being wrong, um, as that Amiibo rumor stayed up longer, someone pointed out that the renders they were using had gone up earlier that day, so that is also very likely to be wrong.
Why? Just because they went up earlier that day.
Like they were fan made and they'd gone up like earlier that day. Like
Oh, they weren't like official
the
renders that
pictures
went
they
up.
were using were those fan renders.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
We'll rip to that. We've got a whole bunch of news on Neo: The World Ends with You. Um, it's rated teen, so sorry to the 12-year-olds, I guess. English dubbed. Andy Hirsch, Andrew Kishino, and Kate Higgins are returning as Sho, Korea, and Uzuki. Man, I don't know who any of these people are. Releases July 27th for Switch and PS4 of this year. Is it coming? Like, what about PS5? Well, I guess it's backwards compatible.
And I assume it's backwards compatible. But Alex, was it announced right before PS5 released?
No, the PS5 had been out. I want to say though, by the fact that they didn't put it directly on PS5, it must have been like a game delayed last year. But that doesn't work because animes are planned years in advance. That only started coming out. Maybe they just didn't have access to a PS5 development kit when they started developing the game.
Yeah, like
Square
the
did
rest of
not
us.
have a PS5.
I mean, those scalpers
Well,
were really rough.
It's a development
Apparently.
kit, and it's a niche series.
That's true.
Took 13 years to get a sequel.
Let's see. It's coming later in the summer for Epic Games Store. A digital jacket. What? Healing Pen and Twister Remix pre-order bonuses on Square Enix's shop. What's a digital jacket?
So, like in the game, you can put them in different clothing
Oh, you just get
that
a
don't
jacket.
affect what they're wearing, but gives like bonuses of a HP and attack and stuff.
Okay.
And on,
I don't know. I've just never heard the
but
term digital jacket.
I didn't know how to phrase it because the other one on pre-order bonus I mentioned is a full 5 item outfit.
Oh, the Neku outfit. But that's
Yeah.
on the eShop or PSN. So can
Yeah.
you not get both of these things unless you pre-order both?
Seems like it.
Well, no, because from what I've read, the Neku outfit's confirmed to be in the game. You'll just have to
Oh, you get it early.
unlock it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about the stuff from Square Enix's site. I assume it's also in the game, but they haven't clarified that.
So I guess the move is to get it from the Square Enix shop. If you're trying to get it day one.
Probably.
Yeah.
A $90 merch bundle is announced with without the game in it. Nice. So you still gotta pay another $60.
Mm-hmm.
Wish we
We
were
love to see
getting
it.
Japan's pre-order thing.
What do they get?
There's
Something
get
way cooler.
$100, but they
Yeah.
get everything in our $90 merch bundle, a soundtrack, and
Art book and the games included.
Dang. That sucks, dude.
Ours is a bag, a little toy of the mascot for the series, and something else.
That even with that other thing, it would have to be something incredibly awesome for that to be $90.
oh, it's the player pen for this game.
That's
There's like-
not incredibly awesome. $90 for that? Oh my god, this is Monster Hunter Rise all over again.
No, Monster Hunter Rise came with the game.
Hey. What is this then? Fallout 76 nylon bag all over again?
No, because that also came with the game. This is a merchandise.
No, hold on. The nylon bag set cost like $200 for a
Did it?
nylon bag. Yes.
Yeah, for
and it wasn't even in the game.
supposed to be
Or
military
come
grade
with the game.
bag.
Yeah, it didn't come with it. Wasn't your Luigi's Mansion thing from Target also supposed to be a nylon bag?
I was supposed to get. Oh, what was? Yeah, I was supposed to get something with Luigi's Mansion 3, and I never got it.
Yeah, it was like a bag of some kind.
Like a reusable bag, I think.
Yeah,
Like a shopping
I don't
bag.
remember what the material was for it though.
I mean, it wasn't going to be great. I knew that, but they didn't claim it was going to be great. Fallout 76 claimed
claimed
it was
it
going
was
to be
gonna
like
come with it, though.
canvas.
And then gave everybody $5 in virtual currency.
Yeah.
Here you go, $200 people. Here's $5 back. Bruh. And the virtual version of the bag costs $15.
The animation opening for the game is being changed after Allie's drummer was arrested. Who's Allie?
Well, the animation is the adaptation of the original game as an anime. Allie's some band in Japan. They wrote music for the opening, and then Sony blocked the music, but it got released on a radio.
Oh, is Allie the band?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Or a band that for the anime, because it's got like a million different bands.
What isn't a band without the drummer being arrested?
He got arrested for fraud.
That's new.
There's
What?
worse things, I guess.
I mean,
Like,
at least it's more
The
unique than
scam
crack.
frauds where you like tell people, "I'll give you money and you give me, but first you got to give me so much."
Oh,
Oh,
like
so-
like one of those Nigerian prince things, just
Yeah.
not with a
They
Nigerian
were
prince.
Yes.
robocalling people.
He was, yeah.
Oh my
Bro.
god, that's funny. I like it.
Imagine not making enough money as a band that you have to robocall.
Not
people.
the whole band, just him.
Yeah, but just like, how are? What's your contract say that you're having to think this is a good move?
Yes, today I will commit robocall. Amazing.
So the song, because of how Japanese music companies, there's only a few. Sony was over that, and they were like, "We're not releasing the song
And
because."
it got released anyways.
Yeah, and then but some radio show already had it, so they were like, "We released it." So there's a full version of the song floating out there right now.
Well, all right then. E3 2021 plans got announced. Even Doug Bowser tweeted about it. And he never tweets about anything, dude. This is why I don't like Doug, man. Reggie always was doing stuff. Doug does nothing.
Well,
Reggie didn't have a
Doug's
Twitter
also
until
been
after he left, though,
Huh?
right?
Say that again.
Reggie didn't have a Twitter until after he left.
Yeah, but like Reggie was always doing stuff. Like it was. I'm not saying like on his Twitter, but like he was always doing things out in
Yeah, there's
public.
always
Like there was
something.
I mean,
always like a report. He was always like doing interviews with somebody. He was always doing some kind of promotional thing. Like, and a lot of times, I didn't really care. It was just nice to see that he was doing things. And Doug just doesn't do anything. And I get like it's been dry the past year because what are you gonna do in a pandemic? But still, like I don't know. Ever since he's taken over, it's just kind of been really boring. Like I feel like we're back in the days of pre-Reggie. Like what's his name? Howard Spencer, like the guy that was before Reggie.
Yeah.
Just some like bland white guy.
I
that
mean, Doug's been hit bad. He hasn't had the opportunity to do anything big because most of the time we would see Reggie was during directs, and we haven't had any.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, I don't know.
But like I don't know, directs have just kind of changed.
True.
They
Like-
could stand to make some more commercials and put Doug Bowser in those, like they did with Reggie for the Mii Fighter release.
That was in a direct.
Bro, E3 2014 Smash event was,
That was
like
hype.
top 5 most epic gaming moments.
Who's gonna get the Smash Ball? Mega Man!
Nobody got it, and then or no, it was Mega Man got it, and he was gonna hit nobody, so someone jumped into the attack just to for the crowd to see the smash attack.
Shout
I
out to
just
that
meant
dude.
like Iwata and Reggie beating the ever loving crap out of each other.
Oh yeah, no, that was a cool.
That was
video.
awesome.
You can be in Smash.
like Nintendo of America, like their Twitter, they had some banger tweets back in like 2013.
Bro,
Oh boy.
Mr. Miyamoto meant it when he said he wanted In-N-Out, and they went to In-N-Out.
yeah, Nintendo America circa 2013 Twitter was so chaotic neutral. But yeah, like I don't know, like I guess we'll see, but I really am getting like Howard Spencer vibes where like he's not offensive in any means, but he's just like
There.
It's not
he's-
like
he-
Reggie,
he
where
says-
he went on stage and he's like, "I'm here to
Yeah.
what was it?
Kick
Make
ass and
games."
Make games.
yeah, something
Yeah,
something.
hopefully once everything gets back to normal, he'll actually like start showing up a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to have a moment where it's like, okay, that's all the time I've got. I've got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Nah, it's gotta
need-
be. I've got to get back to capturing Mario.
It needs to be when they finish Super Nintendo World Hollywood. He'll be there at the end of it and like, that's all for now. I need to go ride Yoshi's Wild Carousel or whatever they're gonna call it,
Yoshi.
and eat a mushroom caprese salad.
Also, Reggie was on freaking Game Theory twice. So, try to be that kind of a
Well-
legend, Doug.
Those were during E3, right? Like he was already over in.
It was during his when Game Theory was doing those debate videos. I can't remember the name of the series, but he
I
did.
mean,
the
that
lot
series he
something.
stopped, even though it was pretty good.
Yeah, he only did like 5 episodes of. He did one with Reggie about do motion controls suck, and he did another one with Reggie about should Nintendo stop making games or stop making hardware and be like a third party. They did that debate with him.
All I remember is Reggie won both of them.
He
Yeah.
never really did
Well,
announce the winner of that.
Matt didn't win a lot of them, mainly because Matt usually took the side that was really hard to argue for.
Yeah, that way the
That's
guests
true.
didn't have to argue it.
Yeah. Well, because the fun part was having the guests come on there, and like Matt wanted to be the butt of the joke, because like when you're the host, you're supposed to be like that's just how it is. Like he took the side of the Sega Genesis in the Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo debate, and like he tried his best. Like he made a good argument for being in the position of the Sega Genesis, but that was just you're just not gonna win.
I feel like his best one he did. It's been a long time since I've watched those, and it upsets me whenever YouTubers are like, "We're doing this versus thing. That's cool." Oh, we had to end it. Okay.
Still waiting on Madness to come back.
Yeah. he did the
Deadlock.
Charizard versus
Deadlock,
or
yeah.
Charmander versus Squirtle. I want to say he won that one. Mostly.
I really like the one he did, Pac-Man versus The Last of Us. Like, what is more, like,
God.
like boundary breaking or like more innovative or something like that? Like, and he argued Pac-Man. I can't remember who won. I think Last of Us won because Last of Us was hype at the time, but it was close. It was like within 5%.
Wow.
Anyway, back from that tangent, yeah, E3 is happening, and June 12th to 15th, Nintendo, Microsoft, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two, Warner Bros., and Koch Media have all committed to showing up. We're supposed to hear more, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sony never shows up again after they stopped a couple years ago.
Warner Brothers, the people who released Big Chungus into their mobile game?
Yeah, bro, we're gonna see Big Chungus at E3.
Yo.
Most likely, Warner Brothers
You
is
get
actually
E3
there
free.
though, for
Star
Traveler's
Wars.
Tale, yeah, and Lego Star Wars.
Okay, yeah.
They own that.
Hopefully Lego Star Wars.
Well, I'm glad at least Nintendo and Microsoft are showing up. Microsoft usually does like the best E3 shows, I think. Like for like in person, like Nintendo just cheats. They do pre-recorded videos. And it's probably going to be
I
all
don't know.
pre-recorded this year. But like,
Microsoft's
yeah.
had some true cringe E3s.
oh, but that's what makes it so good.
Because they throw up
That's
people
the
in suits and they're like, all right, just talk about this game you're working on, but it's never going to come out. Did we get
This
exclusives
game-
on the...
Is a game?
And we're making it.
No,
Look,
literally, that's
I've-
just stop. Just stop. Like, awkward, forget what I'm talking about. But that's what makes it
I
so
was
good.
reading
The
a,
spice, the cringe.
thread recently, and it's like, people are like, some dude was trying to argue hard how Microsoft is beating Sony. And people were like, no, Microsoft didn't release anything at the during, like, last 3 years of Xbox One, and everybody's like, they're preparing it for the next one, and they had nothing for the launch of their next console, and all their pre-rendered trailer, everything they announced was a pre-rendered trailer,
Dude,
like Fable. They have
Sega-
nothing.
Sega does what Microsoft doesn't.
Yeah, but a launch lineup is not indicative of a console success. Several launches of consoles have had pretty crap lineups and end up going pretty well.
But they didn't release anything themselves for like
I mean,
3
yeah,
years at the end of the Xbox One.
That's fair.
Nintendo
But
didn't
they're
release
really-
anything at the end of the Wii U, but released a ton for the beginning of the Switch.
Nintendo released a ton. Yeah, freaking 3 games. Now that had Breath
Still
of the
more than
Wild in it,
Microsoft.
which is, I mean, yeah, fair. But I think, Microsoft's trying to go in
And,
like a whole new direction. Like they are cornering this subscription-based market and are doing so good at it. Like literally,
Yeah,
you can do a payment plan for Xbox All Access is the smartest thing I've seen since like layaway was a thing. Seriously, you can essentially do layaway, but now instead of just putting the console off and stuff to buy games, you get access to this incredible freaking library. I sound like I'm sponsored by Microsoft right now. It's probably the vaccine.
Microsoft, please sponsor us.
We'll see, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna drive that price up like crazy.
I'm sure, but I mean, it's so worth it as it is. Like, it's just like they're doing better. Like, it's not gonna happen all at once, but they're doing a lot better than they were circa 2015. Anyway, so hopefully Sony does show up. I kind of want them to participate. They're not so.
Sony usually does cool things. They're over dramatic with them, like where they were like, "Look at our Last of Us 2. We rebuilt the thing that we're showing you on the screen. Now that that's over, go back inside."
Yeah, I don't know. They're not that special. Like, why are they doing their own thing? Just participate. It's fun. Why you have to
It's
be
weird
stingy?
because the Nintendo could actually get away with doing their own thing, and Nintendo's like, "No, we're not competing. We can show up to your thing."
It doesn't matter
with
if they're
what we're
competing
gonna
or
do
not.
anyways.
It's not. That's not the point. The point
No,
is
you're
for
there for
that's-
the
everybody.
two
no,
people,
but,
though.
like-
That's the whole point. Like
That's
what
basically
Sony's
why
forgetting.
Sony said like 2 years ago, they're like, yeah, we're not going because we can do our own thing. And it's like,
You're not
I mean,
there for
you
your
can.
regular people, though. You're there for the people that are watching because every other big gaming company's there, and there's going to be people from those fan bases watching your show that normally wouldn't.
Yeah,
For real, you might get people interested in stuff. Honestly,
worthless.
Bet they'll set theirs around the same time as E3, though.
I hope so,
Probably.
because then we can just talk about all of it at
They'll
once.
be like, we're not a part of it, but put it like one day before.
I'm starting to get pretty nervous about a lot of things that Sony's doing these days. We'll save that for the end of the podcast though. Pac-Man 99, that happened. It is
It's
out.
pretty fun.
banger game. They did a great job.
I mean, I assume so. It's literally Pac-Man, just like Tetris is Tetris. Like, of course it's great. It's freaking Tetris.
True.
Of course, Pac-Man 99 is great. It's freaking Pac-Man.
And they've had versus ones before. They just took the best of what, or Nintendo's team, I guess, because their 3 battle royale games have been made by the same team.
I would not be shocked to see Galaga 99 next.
Be fun.
Galaga's a
That-
theme in Pac-Man.
Cool.
Just get
Well, Namco owns Galaga, so
I
I,
mean, I
could
can
see
see
them
that.
working with them.
I mean, you literally, it's just Galaga, but like when you kill enemies, they go to the other person's screen. It's the same shtick. You do the thing, it goes to other people's things. They have more things now to deal with. Last one standing wins.
Simple.
I'm sure.
Or
I'm
send
sure
them-
they're at least thought.
it
they've at
would
least
be
thought
very
about it.
chaotic with, yeah.
Dude, Galaga would be cool though.
I know,
Like,
right?
honestly.
Galaga is like my favorite, like arcade game of like that group of like Pac-Man and Rally X, Dig Dug, Galaga.
Honestly,
Galaga's my favorite.
Centipede would be really cool. I don't know how they would do it though.
I still wish they hadn't removed Mario 35.
Or 3D All Stars.
What?
That's another
what are y'all
topic.
talking about? What are y'all
3D All Stars, it's annoying they did it, but I kind of get it. But 35, they should have left it for the argument of the service that they're trying to sell.
No, what are y'all talking about?
But they
For real?
basically replaced it immediately.
Cooper, what do you
so-
mean? What are we talking about?
What, yeah, what are y'all talking about? Mario never had that.
My brain is flatlining.
I think
I
I
was
think it's
trying
one of
to
those
make a
like
joke.
we've never
It
it
never
never existed.
existed.
Yeah, we need the Men in Black flash pen thing.
Wait, it was all
We were never at
Nintendo
war with
creating.
Oceania.
It's all Nintendo creating artificial scarcity.
Always
has been.
That's the most accurate freaking Nintendo meme. That's that I've ever heard. So yeah, I have not had a chance to play it yet because I have a gigantic test
Oh
the
my
day after this
gosh.
recording. And
Yo, I just realized. Sorry.
No, come on, bring
I
it
just
in.
realized I read 1984 this year at school. I finally get that reference. Oh my gosh. That's
Bro.
awesome. Anyways.
Cooper, are you
continue.
here right now?
It's because I said we've never been at war with Oceania.
I never got that reference before. was
I
always
can't-
so confused. I was like, when
Welcome
did
to
America go war?
society. You
was like, when
understand
did-
1984 references.
Yeah, I was like, when did America go to war with Oceania? Who is Oceania? All this time, I finally get it now.
I can't wait until the segments where Cooper talks on his own volition. We're off to a good start.
So,
my bad.
for everyone that has played Pac-Man 99, give some thoughts.
It is faster than Tetris 99.
Oh yeah, like Cameron got pretty
It's-
close to first place. I don't know if he ever got it. But
I got
Pac-Man.
second.
Dun dun
Cameron was
dun.
going quick though. He was like, "Oh, I got 14th. Now I'm gonna go do another round." Like 3 minutes later, like, he was going fast. Like, it's a very fast-paced game. And it's
When I
actually
played
really
the
fun.
game, I went and looked at the leaderboard, and at the top was Wario64 from Twitter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was opening night, though. It's probable that he's off the leaderboard.
Probably
now,
someone in Japan now,
but- Absolutely.
if I had to guess.
I mean, they have all
I
that
mean,
time
it was
while
cool
they're
to
on
see
the
my
transit.
dealer be on the leaderboard.
Hmm.
My bad. For everyone that has played Pac-Man 99, give some thoughts.
Hmm.
What are y'all talking about? 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 What are y'all talking about?
Well, I'm glad that the feedback thoughts on Pac-Man 99 was it's Pac-Man, it's fast, and Wario 64.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, great. Yeah, Pac-Man 99 is
I mean-
available for free for Nintendo Switch Online members. You should definitely go check it out if you have a Switch.
What do you expect from Pac-Man Battle Royale though?
Uh,
Mario, obviously, right?
Who?
All I can think of is
Don't speak about the
don't
dead
insult
that
the
way.
dead.
like in response to like what did you think it was gonna be? I can only think of the JonTron video on bootleg Pokemon games where it's like Pikaman is Pac-Man. Literally, it's Pac-Man, and it changed the course of the video game market when it came out because it's freaking Pac-Man. All it is just Pac-Man.
Oh man, I just checked.
I mean, it's true.
The top of the leaderboard is mostly Japanese names, or possibly I don't know what language it is. Probably Japanese. That's
Okay.
crazy. Oh, well, no way. And number 14 is Pac-Man Fan 8. That's crazy.
Shout out to Pac-Man Fan 8.
Yo.
I kind of want one of those Pac-Man players who are at like, that just play it nonstop and have like the world record scores, just to come play around on it.
Honestly, though.
Like
That would
record
be
them
cool.
playing.
That'd be cool, but
I
like
just want to watch them beat everybody. Really
the thing
badly.
is, would they be able to beat everyone though?
That's what
because
would make it
it changes-
I
interesting.
feel like there's too many variables.
Yeah, like the thing about getting one of the super high scores in Pac-Man is that the game is consistent. Those red Pac-Man that show up are not consistent. They will screw you.
Instant death.
I didn't
True.
consent to that.
Could be interesting though.
Well, okay then. Moving on to Collector's Corner. This is the weekly segment where we go around and talk about games we've been playing the past week and any pickups we've got, if any. And also, since it's our continuation of console month, we're also going to be talking about our favorite PlayStation home console and why. Cooper, why don't you hit us off?
Oh, okay. What have I been playing? I was playing games.
There's a shocker.
For real.
That's just
Now, it's
in.
only a shocker when Mayo plays games.
Oh, what's it gonna be this week, you guys?
Painting figures.
It might be, it might not.
We'll
You never
see.
know.
I've been playing Brawlhalla. I've been playing OS. I've been playing a little bit of Pac-Man 99. It's pretty fun. Hang on, I'm reaching over. Hang on, I'm looking at my Switch. I've been playing Ultimate, Smash Bros. It's pretty fun. And I've been playing that Pac-Man game. I forgot I said that.
He turned into Donkey.
And I've been playing Fire Heroes.
Carlos.
Now he's just going overboard with it. He's trying to do it so hard that he's just talking like a nonsense.
Shush. I tired. Alright. That's it.
Okay, so what about your favorite PlayStation console?
Oh, that's a thing. I really like the PS Vita.
It's not on this choice.
What?
We literally before the show were like, is the PS Vita on this list? No, that's for the handheld week.
Oh, well, okay. Then I really like the PlayStation 1 because it's online. It's like the best out of all of them, and it can really it can play Call of Duty probably. So that's why it's good.
Okay, ignore everything Cooper just said. He obviously knows nothing about PlayStation.
He could have listed PS2, which actually has online.
And a Call of Duty.
And the PlayStation 1, it literally is number 1 because it has a 1. All the other
It
ones
actually does not have a 1. It's just called PlayStation.
And it's round.
We're gonna move on.
Hang on.
Alex, why don't you go ahead?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing too hard. It has online
It
in
has
Call of Duty.
online in Call of Duty.
And a 1.
And a 1. Literally has 0 of those things. 0 for 3. Strikeout.
It says PlayStation on it, and it says Sony.
Right, there's no 1.
What the heck? I'm angry. I'm suing. All
Yeah,
right,
PlayStation 1's a retronym.
You're a retronym.
Yep, kinda.
I don't know what that means. Alright.
It means online and Call of Duty.
Clues.
Retro
Online
means
Call of Duty.
online with Call of Duty.
I knew it. Y'all were just playing with me.
All right, Alex, please
Nope.
go. Get us out of this.
Okay. This week I beat Life is Strange on PS4. It's still the same game that I beat several years or 6 years ago or whatever. It's still fun. I want to see. I feel like there's a lot they can improve in that remaster coming out later this year, though. At least graphics wise. Because there's some weird animations from their early 3D models. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Fates. Because even though I've owned it since launch and owned the special edition, I've never beaten it. So I started over and I've passed, or I'm about to pass where I stopped when I played last time.
It's because last time he was playing on Lunatic and Classic, so he doesn't have that kind of time anymore.
Yeah, I looked at the play times and it's so different. I don't have time to plan out every move and hope not to die. Not if I want to play other things. I got the spirits in Smash. I played some Pac-Man 99. And
Fire Emblem Heroes.
I had some tests.
Oh.
Those aren't a game.
That's boring.
Yeah, but that's why I can't do much. As for the best PlayStation console that I've played, it's obviously the Vita TV, right, guys? It can play both the PlayStation Portable
What you're trying to say here.
PlayStation Portable and Vita games. No, while I like it, it's not the best. It's the PS4. The PS4 is the best PlayStation console.
Why?
I don't know. It's the best one I've played.
Man, we are 0 for 2.
Oh boy.
I mean, I've played all the PlayStation consoles, but none of them really wow me because they're all the same. They improve things. It's not like Nintendo where there's a drastic difference between each console.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just-
certainly no PlayStation U that people can trash talk.
All right,
Well,
Mayo,
I mean,
we're
you can
gonna-
trash talk
Meet
the
me out
3. There's a
back.
lot of issues. with
Yeah, I
the 3.
know. I can't believe Sony's made consoles and each one's sold over 100 million. It's so unlike Nintendo that makes consoles that regularly sell less than 30. Wow, dang.
Yeah, Nintendo don't sell.
Sorry,
I don't know the Wii.
I'm being
I want
facetious.
to say the PS3.
You don't know the
actually,
Wii?
the PS3 actually sold badly though.
That's
Sony
only in the
sells
beginning.
what
It sold over
Nintendo-
100 million at the end.
See, that's why I chose the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 sold at least one.
Once
Excuse
again, just
me?
called the PlayStation, but also
Excuse me, 87.4 million PS3s, not 100 million. But I mean,
You know,
if
what's 20
your
million?
Okay.
worst mark is 87 million. That's not bad.
as long as your worst mark's not
No,
the Wii
the
U, I think
worst-
you're in the green. You know,
Okay, but they have the Vita, which sold worse.
it's a
than the Wii
handheld.
U,
We're not
so-
comparing this.
Yes, we are. When the PSP is up there with the rest of the consoles.
It's not handheld week.
Look,
My
they
ears are
didn't-
plugged.
They didn't try with the Vita.
Yes, they
They
did.
were-
That's
They were
why.
making money off the PS4, just like Nintendo was making money off the 3DS.
I don't think the PS3 would connect to the Vita like it can if
So
It-
both.
didn't come out when the
we
3 was
Wii
still
U
the
and
main
made
Vita
console.
bad
are on the same
moves.
level of bad.
So what
They-
you're saying is it's okay
Disagree.
for a company to make a full blunder as
No.
long as they can financially support themselves through a success.
Great,
Well,
Nintendo's doing
I
good
mean,
though. They had the
yes.
3DS at the time. Thank you, Cameron. All right,
Look,
we're not talking.
if they don't bankrupt themselves on their mistake, it's okay.
But have they really learned their lesson?
No,
Who
because
are
they
we
went right
talking
back
about?
to the way that they were with the Wii. So,
We're better than the Wii right now.
no, I'm saying Nintendo is acting like how they were during the Wii. So, I don't think they learned their lesson.
So Sony's acting like they
Sony
did
always
during the
acts like that.
PS3.
Sony always acts like that.
No, they were humbled, and then they went, "We made more money."
So did
I
Nintendo.
mean,
I
literally,
think business is
Microsoft-
just inherently greedy.
Microsoft has not beaten Sony's worst offering, which is the PS3.
They were beating them, and then they got cocky during the Xbox.
Yeah, and then they made
Sony's
the
like-
Kinect.
Yeah, and Sony was like, "Well, we actually had them try, so we'll fix it. Don't worry." And Microsoft had the red ring of death, so that you would have to buy more of their consoles. It was a marketing tactic.
That's why I played the what's that thing called?
I don't know.
65.
As for why I think the PS4 is the best, I don't really have a preference. It's just the one I've put the most time into, and it doesn't make my hand cramp when I try to play it. Oh, 3's not bad, and the 5 is much better from the 10 minutes I played on yours, Grant. But the first two controllers are really bad about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. Mayo, you go ahead.
Do you guys want to place bets on whether or not I've played games this week? I mean,
I raise you.
You've
a
played
dollar.
something.
I raise you $1.
I have played something. It's not.
I win.
video games,
Pay me
though.
$100 million. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
So I am
Okay.
planning on playing
No, compete.
a lot more games, barring anything crazy coming up. Because, as I told you guys before we started recording, school should at least be a bit easier, and that'll give me some free time. Currently, I'm eyeing playing more of Hades because I was having such a good time with that. I'd like to play some Warhammer Dawn of War, which I know sounds stupid because it's like, well, you already spend time playing Warhammer. Why use video game time for plastic time that already have time?
Time.
Why use many
So-
words when few words do trick?
Yeah. So,
I have 3 money. And
but it's a bit different than the tabletop game, so it has its own merits. Besides that, I don't know. I tried to play Stellaris maybe at the beginning of last week because I'm wanting to see some of the updates, but that is such a dense game, and that's already on top of the games that I do spend my time on are kind of dense anyway. Why would I try and relearn Stellaris at this point when I'm trying to learn miniature
Other game.
games and stuff? So, I don't know. What else am I looking at? I've seen new stuff has been coming out for Subnautica, so maybe I'll try and scare the ever-loving crap out of myself again sometime soon. Who knows? In the tabletop world though, because I know this is my weekly anecdote. Digimon tournament this past weekend, I got 5th again, which is one place away from winning anything, which isn't bad because it's the top half of the tournament, but it is bad because the only reason that the person who got fourth was because the guy that I absolutely stomped in the third of 4 rounds ended up dropping out before the 4th round. So the girl that got 4th place only got that last 2-0 because that guy was going to be her opponent. So I squished a guy so bad that he left and then elevated someone. Like, it calculates your score mathematically off of how many games you win. Mine at the end was 0.51. Hers was 0.54. That's how close that
For
guy
a
dropped
forfeit.
me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She was like right behind me, and then he gave her a 2-0, and then yeah. So I didn't get. I mean, it's just one pack for 4th place, but still.
I don't know. Forfeits should not count like that.
It's the reason they're having to use that tournament system is because the game hasn't caught on as much yet. Like with Magic, it's more complicated and stuff like
Did
that.
you already
doesn't
duel
happen.
her?
No, I didn't play against her.
They should have had you play against her
Yeah, that would have been cool.
since he left because you beat him that bad.
Well, but I
Baby.
didn't.
Curb
I
stomped him, dude.
I didn't get a bye during my last round. I got paired against the guy who was undefeated at that point because mathematically it put us like there were 2 games comprised of the people with the top 4 standings going into round 4, and then because she got the bye and I lost 0-2 against the guy who had been completely undefeated the rest of the night. Go figure. You know, because that happened and she got the bye, she inched ahead of me. So
Life is cruel.
yeah, it's pretty dumb.
They could have gone
But-
about that way better.
I still had fun at it, and I pulled pretty well out of my the entry pack. I seem to have really good luck with those, which is really good because it's only a $5 tournament entry, and I'm consistently pulling like $30 to $60 cards out of that one pack that I get, which is nice.
Surprised you can even find cards. When Cameron and I went to Target, we look at cards and there's nothing like
Well,
for
it's-
any card game.
But
The
we
s-
also don't go at open, which is when all the scalpers go.
The store that I play at they haven't gotten a new shipment of it in since like late March, but they want to run the tournaments and you're supposed to have prize support to get people to play in your tournaments. So they do have a few boxes of the packs. It's just they aren't selling
held.
them. They're using them for prizes. And then
I
there's
mean-
also specific tournament packs that you get for entry and stuff like that you just can't buy on their own, and they have those. So
And you're getting one of those for entry?
I'm getting one of those. It has 1 card in it, and I've pulled the best ones consistently, which is a pretty
Nice.
cool consolation. Besides that, I've been playing a lot of Warhammer, like usual. Death Guard are really, really cool guys. I love my stinky boys. They're so fun. And then I'm going to be painting my Blood Bowl team soon. I'm almost out of Death Guard units to paint, and once I finish the Blood Bowl team and I finish the Mansions of Madness miniatures, I won't have any more plastic to paint, which means the embargo
You
in
can
place
buy
since
it.
November will be lifted.
Meaning you'll be able to play games?
No, he can
Well-
buy more and paint more.
Yeah, I can buy more
let's
plastic.
go.
I'm going to try and play games separate from this, but it'll be nice to buy some new stuff. So
All I heard though
Paint
is
stuff
that
is
you
nice.
did paint stuff this week, so I was right. Yay!
so you guys have to split the $100 million.
We've won the lottery.
Oh dang! I
boys.
only get 50 million. Dang.
What will I ever do with it?
50 million.
Now I'm poor.
I guess I'll just have to burn it.
Now I'm poor. That's how rich people see it.
But moving on to the PlayStation thing, I only have really one option, and it's PS4. It's great, I know, but it's the only PlayStation I have ever owned and played for an extended period of time. But comparing it to, I mean, the PS3 and the PS5 are really the only ones that I think I could warrant comparing it to, because I've only heard a lot about those, and I don't. When PS2 and PS1 were a thing, or just PlayStation, I was full Nintendo and I didn't pay attention to it. I knew that there were some cool Yu-Gi-Oh games on the PS2, and that was it. And then GTA, I knew that.
The PS1 and 2 have a lot of masterpiece RPGs, and that's all I know about them.
Okay. Well,
I
I
own
mean,
a lot of those RPGs though. so-
comparing it to the ones that have been out since I started paying attention to Sony, I think that the PS4 just has so many bangers, like God of War, Persona, Spider-Man, the JoJo game,
Days Gone, Last of Us Part 2.
uh,
Last of Us kind of a cheat, but
Horizon
Last of Us is
Zero
PS3.
Dawn, whatever
I
it's
want to
called.
list Until Dawn because it was actually exclusive and funded by them, like 100%, and it's the
Uh.
best game that company's made.
it's got so many good games,
Facts.
honestly. So that's my only argument for it. I've never been a big Sony head, so
All right,
you know.
is Cameron dead?
Huh? Oh, I didn't hear you call my name.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So let's see. This week I have been playing uh Super Mario 3D World. I played Smash for the Bowser's Fury Spirits. I want to say I played a little bit of Strikers. Played some Mario Kart. I actually got in like 2 hours of Persona 3 today. That was nice. Let's see. Have I played anything else? Oh, I finished playing through The World Ends With You for the channel, so that was a nice way to finish recording stuff. And let me go ahead and post this before I say it. Take a look at the podcast chat real quick.
You bought them?
I bought them.
Oh boy.
How much did you spend? Actually, don't say that on the podcast. I don't want you to embarrass yourself. Cameron is so freaking down bad, dude. Down atrocious. Oh
Grinch
my
just
god.
jealous.
I buy things to de-stress, and I've been stressed, so I bought them.
I'm gonna be honest. I have a mini that I'm painting in my hand right now, and I can't stop the section that I'm on. So, if in 5 minutes I just go like, "Wow," you'll know why. Because then
Yeah,
looking.
it's the Amiibo bands from Nintendo World.
Because he just couldn't wait for them to come
Really?
here. Yeah, he just couldn't wait for them to come here, bro. Oh my gosh, so freaking
Really,
down bad.
dude?
He didn't
Come
want to wait
on.
5 years when he could get them now.
Now, and then have, oh dude, I have another Mario amiibo. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude, I can use my Mario amiibo now.
Let's go.
Now I have one where the comments in the code that I can't access are in Japanese.
Look, I've never said I was a smart man.
Don't
think he
worry,
just said he had
we weren't worried.
An
Like,
almost complete collection.
Yeah, you still don't have a complete collection, so I mean, I guess if it makes you happy. I really
Somewhere.
felt that I buy things to de-stress, and I'm stressed, so I bought them. I felt that on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in a dark in and out, probably Miyamoto is like laughing.
Haha, I got him to buy a 6th Mario amiibo.
Are there only 6?
I don't know, that was
Is
just
it
some
Mario,
number I threw
Wedding
out for the joke.
Cat.
Oh, we're gonna
It
count
actually
the Mario
is 6.
I'm so
no.
big brain.
We're not including cards.
Not
Uh,
including cards. What?
we're not getting into this right now. As for favorite Sony console, I don't have enough time with the PS5 to say it's my favorite, so I'm going with PS4. Because having been playing Persona 3 on the PS3, that controller is not great. And the PS4 one is actually comfortable. The themes are better. The UI is better. The games are better.
Exactly. That's why I chose the PlayStation 1.
You're a heathen.
Actually, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cameron's down bad. And okay, so I guess that leaves me. So I went to my local game shop this week and I got Picross 3D. I already had it, but they had a full inbox complete set for like $10. So I'm just gonna take my loose copy and go sell it to them later for like $3 store credit, because I know Picross
10
3D is the
cents.
hot thing right now. I bought Brain Age 2, also complete for like $5, and I think Brain Age is just like a fun, quirky thing. And $5
Do you know
for
that-
Which apparently.
Hold on, I have actually things to talk about with Brain Age. We can't get it because of like their most recent one for Switch, because something with the like some government organizations crack down on things that are like they train your brain, even though there's a completely localized version in Europe.
Weird.
So if you want to play Brain Age for Switch, you should buy it for $40 from Europe.
I didn't notice that both of these are Touch Generations titles, and also the Touch Generations logo is in different places on the boxes. If you're gonna make a brand, why do you put them on separate places? Picross 3D has it in the top left, and Brain Age has it in the bottom left. Why do you do this? I'm turning into Scott the Woz.
You are.
I also
We've
got
always said you could
Gears.
do a channel of it.
I got Gears of War for 360 because I found it at Second and Charles for like $4. And Gears of War is good. I think it's backwards compatible with Xbox One. Eventually, I'm going to get a 360 again. I also didn't know that it was made by Epic Games, like Fortnite Epic Games. So it's weird to see their logo on the front of the Gears of War box. I also bought Spider-Man 2 for Game Boy Advance because that was also like $4. And I am also down bad. I'm not down bad as Cameron, but I crumbled and got the Monster Hunter Rise Pro Controller. It comes in literally tomorrow, so I can't say what I think about it. That
That's
sucks.
sooner than it was supposed to.
I mean, it was supposed to come in Wednesday. Coming in a day early, but it's not early enough. But I did order it, so I am a little down bad. Have to come clean.
I mean, I could join in on this down bad thing. I have the merchandise bundle pre-ordered at Square Enix.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god dang it, dude! We're all down bad in here.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but I do have it pre-ordered for the time being.
I don't trust
He's
those. I don't know if I'm going to keep
cancel it
it.
and
Based on
pre-order
dealing
the
with
Japanese
Cameron's,
one?
I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't trust you when I say I don't know if I'm going to keep
I
it.
can't get the Japanese one because I would have to know someone in Japan so they could send it to me. Otherwise,
You
yes,
just
I
use
would
a forwarding service.
and pay
I'm
like
not
$40
gonna-
more dollars.
Yeah, I can't say it's worth $240 plus tax,
As far
but I
as I've
also
been-
can't say anything.
I pretty much haven't been played exclusively Twilight Princess and
Pretty good.
a little bit of Picross 3D. Picross is a great way to break from studying, just some kind of easy puzzle game. That's what I'm using that as. Yeah, Twilight Princess and I haven't touched my Switch at like all, which has been a shocker. I haven't really done anything but Twilight Princess and Picross. That's weird. And PlayStation console. So I'm gonna go with PS1 because it has
Yes,
online and it has
sir.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, but he has actual reasons.
Yeah, so
Did you say you cut out, but I heard Call of Duty. See,
has-
Cooper,
it has
he's
online,
on your
it has online and has Call of
wavelength.
Duty.
When
Oh,
Mike's cut out.
Yeah.
No, PlayStation 1 is the only PlayStation to me that actually has a lot of personality. Especially with PS3 and PS4 and pretty much PS5 now, there's nothing that differentiates it all that much besides a handful of exclusives. It doesn't matter all that much which console you get these days, besides the exclusives, which as everyone likes to argue is a big point. I mean, there's not that many. But PS1, like Alex said, has a amazing RPG library. It's one of the best consoles for RPGs. And even though I'm not that
I
much
think
of an RPG
PS2
guy,
actually has the better lineup.
Well, it depends if you have the backwards compatible PS2, then it definitely does.
True.
I didn't pick PS2 because even though I grew up with it, I feel like it would be the same as last week when Cooper was like, "I like the Wii because I like it." I would have been like, "I like the PS2."
PS2
because
has
I like
Kingdom
it.
Hearts.
I grew up with the
So-
PS2, and to be fair, a lot of the games that I have on GameCube now that are really good, like 007 Nightfire,
Are ones that
and,
were also on the PS2.
like Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, and MX Superfly, and like NCAA, like those are on PS2, and they're usually better because they have like more music and stuff in them because there's just more space on an actual DVD.
They weren't compressed like the
yeah.
PS2, which is the DVD player.
Yeah, but at least the games weren't made worse to fit on the disc. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm going PS1. There's personality there. I really like a lot of the games on there. I mean, I'm not an RPG guy, but yet I really enjoy Final Fantasy VII, and there's also Final Fantasy 8 and 9 on there that I'll probably get around to it somewhere. It's got the original Pac-Man world on it, which is dope. It's got Gran Turismo's, a lot of cool things just started on there. And
I don't think I've played the original Pac-Man world.
Pac-Man World 2 was my thing.
Yeah, that's one I played.
And yeah, I don't know. It's the one that sticks out to me the most. Is the one that's kind of like really cool as a collector of. PS3
Except
and PS4
all the
are
games
just kind
are
of bland.
so expensive.
I mean, yeah, facts, they are getting expensive. But like, there's not that many things that I can point to that differentiates a PS3 to a 360 to me. I can say like what Uncharted, Last of Us,
And Last of Us keeps getting pushed into
some
new
of the
systems.
God of
So
War games, like God of War Collection or God of War 3.
Quite a few
Like a
lot of RPG exclusives as well on the PS3, but it got
Facts.
hurt bad from the move to HD consoles and
Well, all of them
bad
did.
architecture. No,
Well,
well,
it
yeah,
wasn't just the
but
architecture.
not
It was
the.
the Blu-ray player, the $700 price tag for a Blu-ray player.
That's true as
Before
well.
anyone cared, because Xbox also had bad architecture. It's just in the beginning, people
Ignored it.
they learned the Xbox 360 because it was the good one. But yeah, like if I think to my PS3 collection, like what? It's a lot of Call of Duties, the Borderlands games. I mean, like some Resident Evils, some.
Wait, you said Call of Duty?
Yeah.
See, I told you.
I
On
could name-
PS3, nerd.
Dude,
Oh.
banned.
If I spent time, I could name a lot of PS3 exclusives, but the problem is a lot of them have been ported, and
Yeah,
it's
I don't know, it's
probably
just-
the weakest with exclusives. Like I want to say, 1 and 2 and 4 have have had a better lineup of exclusives. 5 hasn't had like the time to build up a library yet.
Well,
Like the original
What-
PlayStation and the original Xbox have a lot of charm to them, but all the
Mhm.
new ones are just kind of samey. I'm
I-
definitely going PS1 on that.
I would give PS3 that it had exclusive JRPGs just because at the time Nintendo didn't have a system that could properly run them, and you can't sell an RPG on Xbox.
No, they tried during that generation.
Yeah, that's
And
how
that's
it's
why they
confirmed
know.
that you can't.
Yeah. That's why they know. That's
Um,
why Microsoft has to pay out of the wazoo and be like, please put it on here. They're like, no.
Okay, well that wraps up Collector's Corner segment for the week. Let us know in the comments on the YouTube version of this what you think your favorite PlayStation home console is and why.
Maybe you'll have better arguments than us.
Yeah, than PS1 has
Question.
online.
While we're on the consoles, do you guys think a PS2 Classic would have sold better than PS1 Classic?
PS1 Classic would have sold way better if they didn't butcher it. They shot themselves in the foot. But I do think PS2 Classic would probably sell better if they did one.
think it would sell better.
PS1 Classic has like, if I'm remembering the 30 game lineup,
Wasn't it 25?
25 or whatever. There's
Um,
like
They picked
one game I know of that's actually rare, and then a lot of like, you can still find these pretty easily.
They picked a lot of games that most PlayStation owners didn't care about or don't know of. And they also run at 50 hertz, so there's like no point. That turned off most people. Like they didn't want anything to do with it because they run slow. The hardware's borked.
Yeah. Kind of wish I'd picked up one when it was like $10 though, because they're back to like over 100.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dang, I'm glad I got mine for like 20, I think, at Target.
Because it's the easiest way I know of is one of those If I wanted to play it, I don't know if I'd want to, but it has the original Persona game, like with the very bad dub,
Hmm.
where they like changed the race of everybody and moved the game to America.
Wow, that's insane. I had no idea it would gone up in price like that.
Wait, are you looking at the price right now?
Yeah, $75, $90, $90.
So I'm a little mad at myself for not picking one up when it was cheap.
There's
But I
no
also
reason it
didn't
should be this
expect
much.
it to jump like that.
Yeah, that's insane. Cooper, you have the floor for Faye. Go ahead.
Let's go. So I now have the floor for Faye.
Yes, that is what he said.
It has online.
Yo. Um. Words. All right. Grand Conquest is finally back after like a lot of months. Too many to count. I can't count past one, so a lot. Um, there'll be 3 teams like usual. This time will be Randolph, Mordecai, and Leth, and that's kind of interesting because like the Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn rumors. I mean, and then a Radiant Dawn Grand Conquest. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, limited hero battles are coming out, and they're gonna be coming out until April 16th, which is that rhymes with that. No, that is
What?
this Friday. Yeah. Let's go.
What?
Rhymes with?
Bro?
Cooper, are you okay?
I don't think so.
It was a Monday.
That is when we record, yes.
Okay, I'm trying to fix my. Okay. Whew.
Good.
I'm breathing. I just like ran a mile but with my mouth. Respondent Makai.
Please never use that turn of phrase ever again.
I just ran a mile, but with my mouth.
Respondent Micaiah is out, and man, I can't think. Respondent Micaiah is out, and words will be replaced by Resplendent Lolina on April 24th. Currently, Micaiah is the first and only Gen 2 unit as a Resplendent, and also from Radiant Dawn. So, I mean, those rumors of getting a Radiant Dawn or Path of Radiance remake for the Switch, I mean, we didn't really put that on the podcast, but you know, it could happen. It'd be kind of cool.
Like, we're just gonna start being a rumor mill if we start doing every rumor.
True. It's not big enough yet. I think there's a good enough, like, you know, here and there, but not enough, you know. Going off the fake calendar, we should be getting this month's seasonal banner trailer. I can't say words. This month's seasonal banner trailer on April 16th. Also, what rhymes with this Friday. So, yeah.
How does this segment get actively worse?
Cooper doesn't prepare.
You don't prepare.
I don't have to. I have a job.
Oh, we do prepare, actually.
Listen,
We take an entire week to craft this.
Just because you have a Google Doc doesn't mean you prepare.
We take
That's
all
exactly
week to
what it
write
means.
this. You wrote this while we were doing the podcast.
What
We
you mean?
started recording. I saw you typing.
Bro.
Okay, moving
Caught.
on. Yeah, literally caught in 4K, dude.
Okay.
Cooper, you have plenty of time to write out this thing before
Caught.
the podcast.
Caught in whatever quality your microphone is.
Probably.
Bad.
Not flat. MP1.
The Build-A-Bear Cross Animal Crossing line launched this past week and went terribly. So congratulations if you managed to get one.
I'm curious about what you mean by terribly, because I haven't kept up with it specifically. We were going to try and get them, and we were under the impression that it was going to be tons of villagers, not just Nook and Isabel. And we end up getting in the queue for it. It says it's going to take like over an hour, and I'm like, well, that's worth it if Mary can get a meringue plushie, and I can maybe get Raymond or Tom, because they didn't include Zucker because they suck. And then everyone figured out it was just Isabelle and Nook, and at that point we bowed out. So was it just like scalpers gonna scalp, or what was
Yes.
the big?
So-
okay.
So when
it
when we
was
first
scalpers
talked
gonna
about it,
scalp
when we first talked about it, we didn't really know.
because they hadn't, and they did not announce the characters until like 30 minutes prior,
Yeah. And
and
also,
then it ended up only being Isabelle and Nook.
Of course, it is a big brand plus a big Nintendo brand, so scalper's gonna scalp, as Cameron said.
Paid.
So that's essentially it. Yeah, it's a bunch of plushies that are now being scalped, and I'm sure they're hella expensive.
Well, I
They
was
were
already very surprised when I was in the queue and Mary told me like these are $45 because they have the voice box in it, and it's like, what? Why?
Yeah, you don't get the option to not have that voice box. So
Yeah.
it was like $50 after tax
Also,
just for one of them.
if you think about characters that could be Build-A-Bears that could need voice boxes, the Animal Crossing characters aren't on there because they're just gonna make the
And those are the
noise.
voice boxes they have.
That's dumb. Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, $100, $85,
Oh, they're going cheaper
$100.
because there's more scalpers.
Actually, here's an
Supply-
$85 bundle. Oh no, that's on a bid.
for both.
Yeah, it's 80.
Okay,
Starting bid at
that wouldn't be too
$85.
bad.
Pay it now, $225. That's insane.
It's not going to get up to $225.
Bravely Default music is now on Spotify. So if you're into Bravely Default and you have Spotify, Bravely Default is now on Spotify. I feel like I just walked the same circle 3 times. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp got another Sanrio update that brings into question how good the paid one with the cards actually is.
Okay,
Can we get some elaboration?
what I meant by that was Pocket Camp has now had at least 2 that I know of updates with the Sanria villagers and their content. And we got, I don't even think there's one set that has like a full proper room. And Sanrio has those proper room items, and now they're getting additional clothing items and plushies that you can have your character hold. And it's free. The cards were paid. And it was only $6 if you could get them at MSRP. But I think Nintendo needs to start taking this as not just Pocket Camp. This is like all their mobile games. They have good ideas in their mobile games. They need to be giving them to the people that are paying for the full experience.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't think that many people were buying the Sanrio cards so they could use them in Animal Crossing.
No, they're scalping them.
Or, I mean, I bought them. I have not used them in Animal Crossing. I bought them because I like them.
I actually haven't used mine either. I used the Japan ones the week prior.
Hori is releasing a Ring Fit Adventure exercise mat. I assume it's like a yoga mat.
Yep.
So, if
It
you
says
needed
Ring
that,
Fit on it.
that's cool.
Let's go.
Deathloop is delayed until September 14th. Of course it is.
Is Deathloop that game where like they die?
It's where he's
In a loop, yes.
essentially Cooper. It's ReZero, but a game. You're just
Yes,
looping the
this
same.
Deathloop is made out of Deathloop.
That's crazy. Wait, is that the game that they showed off several like what?
Yeah, they've shown it off 3 times so far.
That was a pretty cool concept. I don't know.
What if they what if they do the biggest meta joke ever and keep killing off the game development?
Please
Just
don't.
like keep showing it off and then delaying it.
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, that's already been done. That's called Metroid Prime 4. Oh, my mistake.
No, they don't
Hold
show that
on.
off.
Or
They don't
no,
show
no,
Oh,
no,
that
watch
no,
out!
no.
You've angered the Nintendo
Cyberpunk.
fans, Mayo. Oh god,
No,
bunker
no, no,
down.
no.
Oh god.
No,
No,
because
no,
Metroid
I'm
Prime
sorry,
has
I'm sorry.
not had anything announced for it.
I'm sorry. It's 2 strikes. I'm sorry. I had it wrong. I meant to say Bayonetta 3.
It's going well.
You see how much
That's all
nicer
we
the
know.
response was when it wasn't a Nintendo game?
No,
Bayonetta 3
is
is
a
fair.
Nintendo
I
game.
could get mad at Bayonetta 3. But
Listen,
also, it was announced over 1,000 days ago, and all we've gotten from the man is it's going well. Every single time,
no,
it's going
no.
well.
It's like,
No, he wants us to forget about it now.
It's
Oh, I
like
forgot.
It's like Mario.
It doesn't
I
exist
forgot that he
anymore.
wants us to forget about it.
Yeah, no longer exists.
Just wait, we'll re-announce it, bruh.
Resident Evil Showcase is happening this week.
Oh, yeah.
On the day after this podcast releases. So, all you Lady Dimitrescu thirsty people, all you down bad people listening to this podcast, as the day after this episode comes out on the 15th, so there will be a new showcase for Village. I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for
They
this
can
game.
all go get. They can all go use that code that Capcom posted and have her as their flare thing
I already said that.
on
it's fine.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I instantly got it.
Man,
like-
publicly down bad. The original Shantae game from Game Boy Color was announced for Switch and coming on the 22nd, which is 1 week after the Resident Evil Showcase, so next Thursday. Universal Hollywood has started construction on Super Nintendo World, so that's exciting. I wish it was the Orlando one, but we'll get it eventually. Not that it matters anymore. Cameron already blew his load. Sonic Colors Ultimate leaked by the dubbing agency and retailer, so at least it's one of the better 3D Sonic games. Could be worse.
Yeah. What is it? Sonic Colors?
Yeah.
So the Wii U exclusive one.
No,
No,
that's
the
Sonic.
Wii. It was on the Wii. Sonic.
Boom.
Lost
Sonic
World?
Boom was
Sonic-
the Wii U's
No,
exclusive.
no.
No, there's
what was the
Lost
other one?
Levels.
It's not Lost Levels. It's Lost World, isn't it?
Yes.
The one with Link DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost
that's
Worlds.
World.
Super Seducer 1 and 2 blocked from the eShop due to explicit content.
It's a
So-
twist.
Yes, the porn game
Everybody
is not allowed on the
porn
is
Switch.
shocked.
The developer sure was.
Yeah.
He's
He
kind
was
of
like-
like a maniac.
Are you telling me that Nintendo didn't want porn on their console?
Buh?
He was like, I'm not getting any money back from the.
the development cost?
Well, you
Yeah.
should have. You
I already
known
finished
better.
the
You
port,
don't
and
send
it's
the
like-
kids company porn.
Unless
Bruh,
you're
they
trying
might
to
be
put
willing-
Resident Evil Village on the Switch.
They might be willing
Capcom could
a
get
little
away with
more
that.
willing for things right now than Sony, since Sony's like, we're the child friendly. No, but you are blocking more than Nintendo, which is very surprising.
Mhm.
But nobody should be surprised that Nintendo went, this game with real people, and
Showing
you
up
have
porn.
sex with them.
Porn. That's
Yeah.
what porn is, dude. Sex with real people.
Yes.
That's like textbook. I couldn't get any more textbook.
We were
than that.
gonna definitely put this on the Switch for all the little kids to see.
Hi
to
Nintendo.
accidentally
Can I put
get-
porn game on Switch?
This is why
Can
I play
I buy
Penny
Super-
Party.
You what?
y'all know that game, Penny Party? And this
No.
Moving on.
No, I don't.
Hideo Kojima's in talks with Xbox to publish his next game, so there might be a new terrible game on Xbox, just like Death Stranding. Walking
Death
Simulator
Stranding
2.
2.
Yo.
But now it's on Xbox.
Walking
Yeah.
Simulator 2 running.
Briskly jogging.
But the description for the game is, this is not a porn game. You're literally panties.
Okay, we moved on. I don't know
down
if we're gonna have to
abhorrent.
treat you how Nintendo treated Super Seducer, but
Kicking him off the platform?
Yeah, Cooper's just using it as an excuse to argue why it's okay to buy Panty Party. He bought it, and now he's trying to find a reason
No,
that it's
I
okay,
didn't buy it.
acceptable to do that.
I haven't bought it yet. I was gonna buy that special edition where you get panties with it.
Oh my gosh.
what?
Dude,
heathen.
I'm
Call-
joking. I'm joking.
Dude, call the horny police for real.
I'm joking.
Heathen.
Okay. So for the finishing topic, we've got a bunch of stuff about Sony. So there was a Bloomberg report that came out that said Sony said they want to prioritize big teams with big games above everything else.
And I'm sorry.
I don't want to know.
I was gonna make a big women joke about.
Now who's down bad?
Continue.
That literally makes it everyone's down bad now. Everyone in this podcast is now down bad. Some for women, some for Nintendo, and one for Square Enix. So yeah, they want
We are
to.
all simps on this night.
So big budget games is their thing. Last of Us is being remastered again for PS5.
Yeah.
Days Gone is not getting a sequel. It got turned down for Last of Us. A new Uncharted is apparently in development, and there's just overall less space for smaller projects. And that seems like the kind of thing that they are focusing on is big budget titles. But also, Video Game Chronicle reports that Sony apparently is working on a, quote, counterpunch to Xbox Game Pass. And I thought it would be fun as a final discussion point if Sony was to craft a Game Pass of their own, game privilege, we'll call it. What would you want to see in a Sony game privilege?
Well, essentially they'll first just grab what's on PlayStation Plus, like what they've given away there.
Oh, the
'Cause they've already
PlayStation
been
Plus
willing to-
collection?
Yeah, they've already been willing to give it away.
Yeah, but like, if you're trying to do a counterpunch to Game Pass at this point, you got to have more than that. You got to have way more than that.
I mean, they have better relationships with all the third parties, so they'll easily get them all to jump on.
I don't know about that, dude. Xbox has gotten
Unless
a
there's
ton
like
of
an
stuff.
exclusivity with Xbox, I just don't see them turning down money. Like if Sony's like, "Oh, we're gonna try it as well," then they'll probably be like, "Okay, here's what we've given to Microsoft. You can put it on there."
So now Xbox has Bethesda on Game Pass.
Okay,
Yeah, but that's hard to compete
but that's
with.
not third party.
Not anymore.
So
Yes, but take it as
I'm talking-
essentially third party because they didn't craft those games. The point I'm bringing this up is like, what would be Sony's best company? Like if they were to pick, they won't have to buy it necessarily. Like, they won't buy a developer like Microsoft did Bethesda.
They might.
I mean, they might, but I'm saying they don't have to. If they were to pick one developer suite of games for their Game Pass, what would you think it would be? Like, what do you think the best one would be?
I think they
choose.
tried to
Square.
Square.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but that's
because they already have like every single Square game on PlayStation at some point, so probably Square.
I can see that. I'd hope they put MLB The Show on there because that's bad to not. Like, that's embarrassing.
If Sony released it, they'd probably throw all the Uncharted games on there. The God of War games. Like, if they can get it to run, they'll probably throw it on there.
Yeah, there's also a rumor that PS5 will soon have backwards compatibility with PS1 through 3 stuff, at least in some capacity, and there's also going to be trophies.
I see 1 and 2 being easy, and they'll work on 3, like how Microsoft works on 360.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2, you just have to, like, tell it to run those, and they'll work fine. I mean, the PS3 could basically play all of them already, at least the original model.
I don't get why they at least don't do PS1 and 2. Like, that's easy.
Dude, imagine being able to actually have PS1, PS2, and it not be like, oh, your TV's freaking out because it changed ratios while you were, moving from the menu to the game.
Oh yeah, like some of those games having problems. I don't know, like just the idea of one console actually being able to play 5 generations worth of games is nuts. Like that's why the
The
Series
Wii
X
U
is
got
so
close, but
The
not.
No. I'm not talking virtual
But, like-
console. I'm talking you can take any disc from any
Yeah, no.
console from literally freaking 1996 up to now and stick it in this box and it'll play it.
I
Like,
just
okay.
see people complaining that they just closed their digital store, and if they do that,
Then it's a
Like-
marketing gimmick.
it'd be weird to. If you're gonna go ahead and do that, just connect the digital store. I get maybe PSP and Vita games might be a little hard, but you could sell like an adapter thing to plug into the PS5. Put your
And people
game
will buy
into
it. Look at the
Yeah.
Game Boy adapter.
I'd buy it just because it'd be stupid rare, like after a month.
I mean that
And
would
it'd be
certainly
fun.
be a way to get me to play Vita and PSP games again.
Just make it possible to connect the home to it.
I mean, like that has to be part of the counterpunch, right? Some sort of backwards compatibility, because that's a big thing on Xbox. Like, I
That-
just bought a freaking Xbox 360 game because my Xbox One can play it, and like, I've used my PS5 just as much for playing PS4 games as I has for PS5 games, and I would
So
arguably play my older games a lot more if I had it all available on
If
PS5.
if you could just have it one system plugged in, like that.
That's bliss. That's like a gamer's dream. I don't get why they don't do it.
because it's expensive, but well, I want to say all of them have said this before, or at least Microsoft and Sony have both said a variation of this. Something along the lines of, and Microsoft's obviously changed their tune since this, but basically it's something along the lines that it's a very, very heavily requested feature, but when they actually implement it, nobody uses it.
Yeah, but if you put the money into it and then you can put that feature on the box, people will buy it. Even if they don't end up using it, people will buy it. And what's the goal? Is to get people to buy it.
Look, you're not selling these games directly anyway, so you're not going to see the money from it. That's not the point.
How
The
am I
point
gonna
is-
remaster The Last of Us again if I can just let people play?
But you
the
can already
PS4
play
version? Shit.
You can already play it on the PS5.
I said PS3, not PS4.
Why would you want to play the PS3 version when you can play the PS4 version on the PS5?
Because you can play the PS5 version. Look, that's the weirdest game. I don't like it. There's never been a game that's been like, here you go.
This is like GTA all over again. Like GTA comes out
It is.
for every
Has
freaking
GTA
version.
5 been
What was
ported
my
to the newest
example one?
systems yet?
God damn it.
It's coming. They already announced that it was
Yeah.
going to be like given
Cameron,
a new
It
version.
makes too much money. Dude, the day it stops
Well-
making money, they're going to announce GTA 6.
Yep.
Like, because that's exactly what happened with Fallout 76. They saw that their cash cow was eventually going to die because Fallout 76 failed, so ESO is eventually going to fail, and they went, ES6 is coming. We don't know when, but here it is. Please keep
Oh.
playing ESO until we finish it.
I know my example. It's Twilight Princess, except it's different. See, Twilight Princess was at the end of the GameCube, and then it was
On the Wii
also
because
on the Wii.
same
but it
reason
was
with why it's on the
reversed.
Switch.
It's completely reversed and has different controls. And then they ported it to Wii U. Or they didn't port it, they remastered it
They with new
into
well,
HD.
not really new content, but it wasn't HD. Yeah,
There is new
HD
content. There's a whole new
Well, there's the
Season
amiibo
4
content.
dungeon. Yeah. And stamps.
and new controls again.
Yeah. But The Last of Us is along the same idea, except they don't have to change anything about the controls.
Yeah,
They
the
might
literal
add
only thing they're
HD Rumble,
improving is
but-
the performance, like the graphics and the performance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you couldn't play PS3 games on the PS4, but they're just like, okay, this game just came out. Here you go. It's like, bruh, you could wait a generation,
Like, why can't
or at
you
least
just...
give
or
it some
just
time.
not. Look,
The
just don't
Last of
make
Us
it possible to
rema-
play The Last of Us on PS5, and at least then there'd be a reason.
Last of Us was remastered, what, late on the PS4, right?
It was not early, that's for
mm,
sure.
Halfway through or something?
Maybe halfway through.
Last of Us Remastered?
The PS4 one.
Yeah, that came out like a year, like early into the PS4, if I remember, because
did
that
it?
was a big talking point. Everyone's like, "How can you remaster a game that's only like a year or two old?" And they did it.
Well,
Okay,
they're
so
doing
it's
it again.
I'm shocked they're not already freaking remastering Last of Us Part 2.
Right? Anyways, when I saw that announced, people were like, this is just gonna make Nintendo remaster. And let me point out, this is a 3DS game. They were like, make them remaster Awakening, and I'm like, good? That's a 240p game, not here's HD, but we made it more HD.
Okay, this is totally unrelated, and I'll get right back to Last of Us. Why is Minish Cap like $100 now?
Because
I bought it on-
it's time for Game Boy to.
Okay, wait, I can actually explain Minish Cap. It's like one of those games that a lot of people haven't played, and you can only either play it on the GBA or
Wii U
the Wii U. And the reason that it's $100 for a real copy is because there's so many repo cards out there of this game.
Yeah, Alex does
Like,
a repo
it-
of it.
Yeah, I thought I'd bought a real one, but I have a
Yeah, but
European repo.
That's
Yeah.
not a reason for it to be expensive. There's so many repos of Super Mario 64 out there too, and like the Mario parties. Oh my
But
god, dude,
Super
there's
Mario
so
64 isn't a rare game in the first place.
Many. Yeah, but I wouldn't expect
Minish Cap kind of is.
I wouldn't expect Mario Party 3 on the N64 to be not much more common than Minish Cap, and that one has a lot of repos of it.
But it's partly because it can also only be played on
Yeah.
the Wii U.
Anyway, back to Last of Us. Yeah, Last of Us dropped middle of 2014, so the year after
Huh.
PS3 dropped, and not even a year because they dropped late in 2013.
Dude, that's insane because that's a
Because
game that came
Cameron,
with
I remember
my.
you specifically being one of
PS3.
those people that was like, "How the hell do you remaster a game the year after it dropped?"
It's kind of weird for me because I didn't.
I mean, you made a good
Yeah.
point. You and everyone else, like that's what everyone was saying. Like, how do you?
how do you do
do
this?
that.
Like, why? What's the point?
Yeah.
And now here they are again. Like, I get it's a big game, but it's not.
Literally
know,
I googled Last of Us Remastered to see the drop date, the top stories. Sony, please don't remake Last of Us for PS5. Last of Us for PlayStation 5 remake is a terrible idea. Will the Last of Us
Nice.
remake make a controversial change to the original? What?
What, and
I
killed
don't-
Joel in that game too?
Jack and Daxter need a remake before The Last of Us. Facts. The Last of Us fans are questioning if a remake is a good idea. Everyone's upset about this. Why are we doing this?
money.
Because it will make a lot of money.
Will it though?
People,
See, this is
yeah,
why I'm kind of worried
because
about what
people are
Sony's
like, it's
doing.
the one good story game, and I'm like, bruh, play
there's
other games.
so many good story games on PS4.
Yeah, you don't even have to include anything else, just the P3, 4, and 5. But people
Dude.
are like, no, it's the one good story game. I'm like,
Okay, look, just pointing this out right now. You can buy Last of Us Remastered on eBay right now for $11.
This Black Friday, literally this Black Friday, before this Last of Us Remastered thing ever happens, it will most certainly be brand new for $10 because that's how much I bought it for last Black Friday. So
I mean, it's going to sell out this time though, because why? Like, what graphical upgrade can they make that's going
they're
to
going
be
to add
worth-
HD Rumble, and they're going to add those precision triggers that the PS5 has. And they'll be like, it's a brand new game.
$70.
exactly like
And they'll give it a
small-
graphics boost since I didn't realize it. it's 7 years, so it could get a moderate graphics boost, but not anything crazy.
I mean,
The question
it
is-
already looks great, so
Yeah, that's my point. It will get a graphics boost, but it won't be anything crazy.
I don't know if it can be anything crazy,
like
Not unless they rebuild it from the ground up.
and they won't do that.
these announcements that are coming out about like Sony trying to do big titles and not focusing on smaller things, and like this Last of Us crap coming out is like worrying me about like their direction in the future. And like I'm very very glad that a large portion of the reason I got a PS5 was that so I could also pretty much just have a PS4.
Yeah.
Because if Sony goes down the toilet with this crap and they start like being like super lame with stuff, like that's gonna suck.
Well,
I spent a lot of time trying to get this freaking thing, and you're gonna treat me like crap. Like, good
The
thing I
good
bought it for a
thing is
PS4.
the good thing about it though is it's got like at least third parties are going to support it with their killer games.
Yeah, facts. Like,
Sony has exclusives, but they're usually made by third parties. They make their own, but what did they make? Uncharted, but they only just recently bought Naughty Dog. They've just paid exclusively for years for that series.
It's weird that they're doing Uncharted when didn't the story just wrap up?
Nathan Drake's.
Yeah. Like, where do you go
I don't know.
without
You
Nathan
make a
Drake?
film starring Tom Holland.
That's set in the
They did.
past. No, it's not.
Where
out
they
yet.
are.
No,
Well,
that's-
they're
yeah.
working on it.
Look, I haven't played an Uncharted game. I just own all of them except Lost Legacy.
Because
Because
this is Alex we're talking about, he'll eventually get around to it.
hold on, I got the first 3 for free from Sony, and I was like, cool.
No, that's true.
And the 4th one came with one of the PS4s,
I found
I think it came with the first PS4 we had.
and that's how I have all 4.
I found
outside
a sealed
of-
copy of Uncharted 2 at my thrift store for like $3. That was pretty epic.
You could have sold it for like
Already,
what 20.
already have. I already had a copy, but I bought it anyway because I was like, bet this will go up in value eventually. I'm playing the long game, and hey, digital store's going down. Now's the time. It's coming.
Yeah.
We're on the horizon. So yeah, I guess that's gonna wrap it up here for this episode of the podcast. Let us know what you think Sony should have on a potential Game Pass counterpart if they make one. Especially like if they were to choose a certain company and their games, kind of like Bethesda to Xbox. What would be Sony's Bethesda? And yeah, that's going to do it for here this week. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, youtube.com/StormwindGames. We upload every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central Time. Follow us on Twitter, All Night Gamers, Nights with a K. And we appreciate you so much for listening. You have a good week. Get that vaccine. You should do that. It's starting to become pretty available now.
Yes, sir.
So
Oh, yeah.
definitely get that if you can get it. And if you can't, then keep trying because it won't be long. And that's it for us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.